Some experts are sounding the alarm about being perilously close to disaster.
Obviously, power is a huge issue at the moment. We saw some reports over the weekend that Eskom had in fact gone into stage 8.
How close are we to a stage 8 or a stage 9?
Is causing major devastation to the South African economy.
Only a day goes by when millions of South Africans somewhere at some time are not consulting the app that we've all come to know as Eskom's.
We know that without a reliable supply of electricity, businesses cannot grow, assembly lines cannot run, crops cannot be irrigated, and basic services are interrupted.
Amid the arid plains of the Free State rests the small town of Frankfurt. In this dusty and quiet town, an immense struggle over power quietly wages on. Local businesses have partnered with a private company in an effort to turn the tides on electricity outages by providing residents with a stable and reliable alternative source of energy supply. Some 21 shareholders have invested more than 100 million rand in the construction of a 4-hectare solar power plant with the aim of generating their own electricity. But their hopes to get the plant up and running were recently dashed when Eskom once again left them in the dark, refusing to assist in storing the power generated from the plant on the national grid. Rural Maintenance, a company contracted to the Mafube local municipality, of which Frankfurt falls under, has for the past decade been running the electricity network on behalf of the municipality. The family-run company hauled Eskom to the Gauteng High Court over the dispute regarding electricity generated from the solar plant. Rural Maintenance sought to have approximately 3.8 megawatts of electricity stored on the national grid, but Eskom said this could result in the collapse of the entire grid. The company ultimately lost their case based on a technicality, with the judge ruling that Rural Maintenance did not have the support of the municipality. CEO of Rural Maintenance, Chris Bosch, says they were awarded a 25-year contract to run the electricity network on behalf of the Mafube municipality in 2012. Earlier this year, they approached Eskom to do their own load shedding and were able to significantly reduce the impact of deliberate power cuts on the town.
After the November and December shock of 2022, and which went on obviously in January, in December, we all got together and said, guys, this cannot be. We cannot continue on this basis. We need to do load shedding ourselves within the municipality. And that's exactly when Eskom, when all the people got back to work, early in January, we got hold of Eskom, got them out to site, told them, guys, we want to do the load shedding. It will be a lot better for the community. And it was a huge conversations with Eskom, but finally that actually happened. And we started on the 1st of February, and the community has been benefiting all along. And the businessmen and farmers came together and they said, guys, how can we keep our produce local and produce it? So that's where the idea of the agri-village actually came forth. We are busy with the rezoning process of the agri-village, and part of the agri-village is the renewable energy plant to supply the agri-village. So the idea would be farmers, instead of them sending their foodstuffs away, their primary produce away to be processed, we process it within Frankfurt. And if we can get it done in Frankfurt, we do the same agri-village in Villiers, we do the same agri-village in Tweeling, so that we can keep the jobs where the community actually lives.
Here we're generating electricity, and we're generating electricity from solar UV radiation. These panels that you see here convert that UV radiation into electrical current in DC format. And that then, with a copper wire, runs to an inverter like this that we've got over there, that then converts that into AC energy. The AC then connects onto our local network here on the farm that leads to substations, and from there it is transformed into high voltage AC electricity and pumped into the distribution network of the town. This solar farm that's installed does about 3.8 megawatts, and the last portion would be another about 400 kilowatts. On a good day we would get 3.8, but dependent on the weather patterns you can at times have like a jaggedy line. So you, from that beautiful curve, you would at times get a decent performance and then at times get a bit of a drop for about an hour or two.
But the municipality has cried foul play, alleging they would not support rural maintenance in their fight with Eskom, as they were not part of the process of providing electricity. Acting Municipal Manager, Advocate Motusi Lepiana, alleges rural maintenance failed to comply with the terms of their contract and that residents were told not to pay their rates by the region's local business forum.
One, we don't sell our electricity. We entered into a contract that took that away. It's a big challenge. We are not gaining from a very important source, electricity. Two, we have got a very strong lobby group that tells people not to pay the municipality. As a result of those two sources of income, the municipality has collapsed. Those are the major. They have gone so serious, they have become so serious that we have not paid the employees. Those things, they need attention. That's why I've called a meeting of business tomorrow to say, if you love this place, if you love this community, let us, all of us, stop those things. Rural, pay your dues to Mafu. Once Rural does that and talks to us and say, let's go and talk to Eskom, we can join them. We won't even go to court. There's no need to go to court. We'll take them to Eskom, we'll have a meeting and say, what is the problem, Eskom? Eskom is going to talk to us and then we are going, it's government to government, no problem.
But documents seen by Eyewitness News shows that rural maintenance paid royalties owed to the municipality. The Mafube Business Forum refutes claims they lobbied residents not to pay rates.
All that we as business can ask the municipality, do we get service delivery? Yes or no? Are you as a community happy with the service delivery? Yes or no? And if you're not, you can decide what to do yourselves. We as Business Forum can't advise you not to pay because it's against the law. We as a Business Forum would like to stay within the law and would like to run this within the law.
The power struggle has left business owners and residents in the lurch as they question what could have been.
There's an element of bad faith in one of the two parties. I mean, if the initiative is here, why is it that people cannot come to the party? Say for argument's sake, there have been problems or whatever in the past, but whatever it is not bringing any solution to load shedding. What is it that we're looking for as communities and as business? Is that the current must be on. The current must be on so that we can keep jobs, so that we can provide food, and so that we can stabilize the economy. That's it. So there shouldn't be an element of mistrust between Mafube municipality and rural. There shouldn't be an element of greedy between the two. We are into this together. If there is no more production, obviously there will be no profits for business to sustain itself. So one will have to close down the doors. And when you close down the doors, it means people will be unemployed.
Just to help us cope with the expenses of diesel, that it's not coming back in any way. I can't put it on the patient's account. It's just something going out, flowing out, and still you pay the electricity account. So it becomes double and double and double, and it's just money going down. So the community has really helped us. But if the sun farm could have been implemented, that money was not necessary to lay out, and we could have used it for better equipment or anything else, that was needed. So we are a tight community. The community is helping. They are giving each other a hand to help each other, and now they are helping us to go solar because we are not part of a big private setup. We are living in a rural area. We are living where there is not other possibilities, and how do I assist that people? So it's a big problem. Only in Frankfurt I can speak of. It's a big problem here for the people in the community to have access to oxygen and things like that. So it's a big problem here.
Yes, we're worried. We've been talking about that with the staff, that we might lose our jobs because of load shedding. It's very sad. What is happening now, it's very sad. I think it started this last year to this year. It started to be worse this year because it's been like 4 to 5 times a day. You have to close the door. 2 hours we're operating, 2 hours we're closing.
Extraordinary circumstances do call for extraordinary measures. The energy crisis is an existential threat to our economy and to the social fabric of our country. We must therefore spare no effort, and we must allow no delay in implementing the measures that are going to enable us to address the crisis.